If you've followed along for the last 6 years, you know that the end of summer isn't the end of the work.
Nor is it the end of the growing. Fall gardening can definitely be exciting and fruitful, but only if we're ready for it.
The days are shorter, colder, with more unpredictable weather, but we're not going to let that stop us this year.
Hi, I'm Jeff from the Ripe Tomato Farms. Welcome back to another episode of the Garden Quickie, the show where in 2 minutes or less, we've got fall gardening down to a science.
And today's episode is all about it. Specifically, 5 things we need to do now to be successful in our fall garden. Time's short though, as you know it is, so let's dive in.
To be growing veggies in the wind, the rain, and the cold, you've really gotta love it. And we do, which is why we're here. But even if you don't, there's one fall task that's ubiquitous with all gardens, and that's the cleanup.
Old spent crops from the summer, like these tomatoes here, should be cut down right at the root collar, where the stem meets the soil. Try not to pull them up and rip them from the ground, as that does no good for our soil. Chop and drop the old stems and leaves if you're not planting a new crop, or compost them if you are. Easy stuff, and no matter what our plans are with our fall garden, this gets us started.
The removal of all of our fruiting success, and now the spent crop aftermath, really shows us just how much we take out of our garden. So, right now, before the ground freezes, is the perfect time to amend your soil.
Slow release amendments such as alfalfa meal, canola meal, rock phosphate, and rock dust get much needed nutrients back into our soils. This is going to be beneficial for not only our fall plants, but also our spring ones. Dark, rich, active compost falls into this category too. If you got it, now is the time to top dress your soil and incorporate it back into the garden.
And it's not just the nutrients. Our summer crops take a ton of moisture out of the soil. And if we're thinking of planting again for the fall, well, we've got to get that moisture back in right now.
This is especially true for our pots and containers and even our raised beds. Water the entire soil profile deeply and thoroughly to make sure that it's healthy and active.
Now, if we are planting for fall, we have to realize that not all crops are on the menu. We can't just go ahead and plant whatever we want.
It's not like spring, and we don't have an infinite window to grow. What we choose to plant now is going to be pivotal for our fall success. There's 2 types of plants we're after. Ones that either grow quickly seed to harvest, or crops that enjoy being picked when the weather is cooler. If we're lucky, we'll find plants that fall into both categories.
And just as crucial is the timing of getting those right plants into the ground at the right time.
Because of the impending doom of winter and the harshness that it brings, most plants, even the cold weather ones, need to be planted in the ground at least 4 to 6 weeks before your first fall frost. This one's non-negotiable, and it's the final key to our fall success. Trust me, it'll make the fall planting much more fruitful.
And once you've done all that planting, it just makes sense to sit back, relax, and check out some more episodes of the Garden Quickie.
Thanks for watching, guys. And hey, if Garden Quickies are your thing, make sure to subscribe and click on this playlist here as we explore and solve more growing issues in 2 minutes or less.